Welcome back to the Takeout. President Trump today unveiled agreements designed to reduce the prices of two well-known and pretty popular pharmaceutical companies' weight loss drugs. Under the deals, Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk will offer drugs including Ozempic, Wegovy, and Zepbound at lower prices on the website trumprx.gov, which will launch early next year. Earlier today, I spoke with Mike Doustdar, who's the CEO of Novo Nordisk, the manufacturer of Ozempic and Wegovy, after the White House event. Here's our conversation. First question, your GLP-1 drugs, the prices are going to come down. The higher prices were set for a reason. What was the pressure the administration applied to get you to lower them? And what, from a business perspective, will you gain with that lower price?
I think there was actually a good dialogue, constructive dialogue for months now, trying to see how we could reduce the price and expand access, which is all along what our company has been asking for. There are 100 million Americans that are suffering from obesity. Unfortunately, only 4 or 5 million of those right now being treated between the different players, us, Eli Lilly, and the compounders. What about the other 95 million? Someone needs to provide access to them. Well, the problem is that the other group right now are not able to access it, often because of affordability. So I'm incredibly happy that as the price comes down, the number of the patients will go up, and it will be a good win-win for both us as well as the administration.
Do you have the capacity to meet that demand, to make sure people who rely upon these drugs for either obesity or cardiovascular issues or diabetes will have them available?
Absolutely. Our company, Novo Nordisk, went into this business more than 15 years ago. We were the pioneer of this business, and over this period, we have built more capacity than anyone else to treat hundreds of millions of patients globally. So we're ready for it, yes.
There are still some areas where this coverage will not be provided, not through pharmacy benefit managers, not through those companies who provide private insurance to their employers. What's the path to solve that hole in this marketplace?
I would say today marks the beginning of probably a longer journey where access becomes wider, volumes goes higher. 55 million people are insured today in the US through many of those PBMs. Unfortunately, a fraction of those people are right now getting access because of multiple of different barriers that exist. As those barriers will drop, we are ready to expand the access at more affordable prices. But we have to, of course, see the expansion before we can negotiate prices.
In the Oval Office, you mentioned knockoffs. Does this arrangement with the administration protect your company and others who make the GLP-1s from knockoffs, guaranteeing you access to a broader market and minimizing the financial threat of knockoffs?
Long before these negotiations started, we have been basically showing our worry to the administration and to the press and anyone who wants to hear that it is somehow completely crazy that API, raw ingredients, are imported from India and China, are formulated and put into injectable medications that people are putting themselves through without FDA approval. Pharmaceuticals go through years and years of rigorous testing, proving the safety of their drugs, and we want the same safety for the patients when they're injecting any medications.
You said injectables. That's a magic word in this marketplace, but also pills are being developed. Explain to my audience the difference in benefits of either one.
It's a great question. I am absolutely thrilled that we're going to be launching our Wegovy pill starting from next year after the approval from FDA. For the first time ever, you're going to get the same efficacy of an injectable drug, Wegovy, inside a pill, Wegovy pill. 16.6% weight loss. Often, that is not the case. You have to either choose convenience of an oral medication, but then go down on efficacy, or get an injectable at higher efficacy. That trade-off will no longer need to exist with the launch of Wegovy pill that will happen early next year.
Mike, I want to ask you about something that was referred to many times in the Oval Office presentation, that these GLP-1s, helpful, but they're not the only thing. People have to change their life habits to tackle obesity. They have to eat better. They have to exercise more. If they have any addictive problems in their life, they have to address those. Do you have any fear that people will regard your GLP-1s as the only thing that they have to do and de-emphasize those other component parts of changing their lives?
I would hope not. I think that you're exactly correct. People need to live a healthy life, environment that affects you. But we also know that obesity is a disease. Think about lung cancer. Lung cancer is a disease. But can you give lung cancer by over smoking? Absolutely. Just because something is a disease, it doesn't mean that you have to provoke it. And I think, of course, you could give yourself obesity by unhealthy food, by lack of exercise, and that's not really good. But once you have done all that, and you still need support and help, I am so happy that now medications are available, which were not there 20 years ago.
CEO of Novo Nordisk, Mike Doustdar, I appreciate your time very much, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.